Ladies and gentlemen, purpose is not something you invent. Purpose is something you discover. Everything God created, He created with a reason. The bird was made to fly. The fish was made to swim. The seed was made to produce. And you were made to fulfill something only you can accomplish. The question is not, do I have a purpose? The question is, have I discovered it yet? Your purpose predates your birth. You were not born and then assigned a purpose. No, God finished you before He started you. He designed you with an assignment in mind. That is why there are things you are naturally drawn to, things that energize you, things that awaken your spirit. Those are clues. Purpose always leaves evidence. There is a reason you cannot allow everyone to define your life. Purpose does not come from society, family expectations, culture, or the opinions of others. Purpose comes only from the Creator. When the source of your identity is wrong, the outcome of your life will always be misaligned. This is why so many people are busy but not effective, surrounded by activity but lacking meaning. They are running, but they do not know where they are going. You do not need more speed, you need direction. And direction can only be discovered from the one who designed your existence before time began. The greatest tragedy in life is not death. The greatest tragedy is life without purpose. So many people wake up each day trying to earn approval, applause, and acceptance. They modify themselves to fit the standards of others. But the truth is this: no one has the authority to label what they did not create. Only God, your manufacturer, has the right to define your reason for being. Just as a product does not tell itself why it exists, a human cannot self-assign purpose independent of the Creator. Purpose is not a decision. Purpose is a discovery. If you want to know why a thing exists, you go to the manufacturer. If you want to know how a device functions, you read the manual. In the same way, your life is explained in the mind of God. Before He formed you in your mother's womb, He knew you. He designed your personality, your abilities, your interests, your strengths, and even your weaknesses as part of a divine intention. You do not exist accidentally. Even the place you were born, the environment you grew in, and the challenges you survived were preparing you for who you were destined to become. God does not make mistakes. Therefore, your presence on this earth is evidence of a purpose already assigned to you. The disconnect happens when people try to live life without reference to their source. When you disconnect a device from power, it loses function. When you disconnect your life from God, you lose clarity. It is possible to be talented and still lost. It is possible to be successful and still empty. It is possible to achieve and still feel like something is missing. That missing piece is purpose. Purpose is not found by chasing success. Purpose is not found by chasing validation. Purpose is found by returning to the one who thought of you, designed you, and released you into the world. There is something remarkable about understanding purpose. It removes the need to compete. When you discover who you are, you stop trying to be anyone else. You no longer compare your progress to others because purpose is personal. You are an original design, not a copy. The world has been waiting for the unique assignment you carry. This is why copying others is dangerous. Imitation is the fastest way to lose identity. The moment you try to be someone else, you abandon the reason for which you were created. This is your reminder you are intentional. You were crafted with detail, infused with potential, and released with a call. Your life is a message God wants to communicate to the world. The question is not whether you have purpose. The question is whether you are willing to silence the voices of the world long enough to hear the voice of your Creator. Purpose is not hidden from you. Purpose is hidden within you, waiting to be awakened by alignment with God. When you seek Him, your purpose begins to unfold. And when you discover it, life becomes not just something you live, but something you lead. Your gift is not something you choose. Your gift is something you carry. It is the natural ability that flows out of you without force or pressure. The tragedy is that many people overlook their gift because they are too familiar with it. They assume that because something feels easy to them, it must not be valuable. But understand this: what is ordinary to you is extraordinary to someone else. Your gift is the signature of God placed inside you to lead you toward your purpose. If you want to know why you were created, look closely at what you do effortlessly. The proof of purpose is the presence of a gift. When God creates, He never creates without equipping. He would never send you into the world without what is required for your assignment. When He created the bird, He gave it wings with the ability to fly. When He created the fish, He gave it fins designed to navigate the waters. When He created the seed, He placed a tree inside of it. And when He created you, He placed inside you a gift that is connected directly to your destiny. The problem is not whether you have a gift. The real challenge is whether you have recognized and developed it. Your gift may not look impressive in its early form. Every gift begins as a seed. Seeds must be planted, protected, watered, and cultivated. Many people bury their gift under fear, comparison, or doubt. They believe someone else is more talented, more educated, more qualified. But the gift is not about competition. It is about contribution. Your gift exists because there is a problem in the world that requires your solution. To despise your gift is to deny your assignment. Your gift speaks. It speaks through what you love, what you are drawn to, what you can do for hours without feeling drained. It speaks through that inner stirring that comes alive when you engage in certain tasks. Yet so many ignore that voice because they have been conditioned to chase jobs instead of purpose. A job is what you are paid for. Your gift is what you were made for. When you live only for a paycheck, life becomes survival. When you live through your gift, life becomes meaningful. Your gift makes room for you. That means your gift will open doors your connections cannot open. Your gift will place you before opportunities that your background could not qualify you for. You do not need to force your way into success. You need only to develop the gift God placed within you. The world does not respond to titles, it responds to value, and your gift is your value to the world. But a gift alone is not enough. A gift requires discipline. A gift requires refinement. A gift requires stewardship. Raw talent is potential, but developed talent becomes influence. Many have gifts, but few are willing to master them. Mastery demands practice when no one is applauding. Excellence demands commitment when no one is watching. You cannot expect your gift to make room for you if you have not honored it through development. There will always be moments where your gift is misunderstood, underestimated, or overlooked. That is normal. Diamonds are rarely recognized in the rough. But the value does not change simply because the world has not seen it yet. Keep developing, keep sharpening, keep growing. The world will recognize you in time. You are the carrier of something divine, something irreplaceable, something needed. The world is waiting for the manifestation of your gift. The moment you begin to operate in it, life shifts from effort to flow. Because your gift is not just what you do, your gift is who you are. And when you honor your gift, you honor the purpose God placed inside you. Passion is not just emotion, passion is evidence. It is the internal fire that refuses to be extinguished. The silent pull that keeps calling you back towards something, even when you try to walk away. Passion is the voice of purpose speaking through your desires. It is the divine stirring of your spirit, pointing you in the direction of what you were created to do. When you feel a deep, consistent pull towards something meaningful, that is not coincidence, that is calling. Passion is heaven's whisper inside your soul. The tragedy is that many people silence their passion to fit into the expectations of others. They trade what ignites them for what is considered reasonable or acceptable. They bury their fire under the pressure to survive, to earn, to please, or to prove. But passion is like a flame. If you cover it, it suffocates. If you feed it, it grows. When you ignore your passion, you disconnect from the very energy that gives life meaning. When you honor your passion, you step into a life that feels aligned and purposeful. Passion is persistent. You may try to forget it, but it will always return. It shows up in your daydreams, your ideas, your deep conversations, your frustrations, and even your grief. Passion is revealed through what excites you and what disturbs you. For example, some people feel alive when teaching, others when creating, others when caring for others, leading, building, organizing, solving problems, or even defending justice. Whatever awakens your emotions, whether in joy or righteous frustration, reveals something about who you are. Sometimes passion is not what makes you happy, but what you simply cannot ignore. Your passion knows your purpose before your mind understands it. That is why you can be in a job that pays you well and still feel empty. You can be praised by people and still feel unfulfilled. You can be successful on the outside, but restless on the inside. True inner peace comes only when your life aligns with what you were designed to do. Your soul knows when you are living beneath your calling. It will remind you through dissatisfaction. Restlessness is the alarm of purpose. But passion alone is not enough. Passion needs direction. Passion must be translated into action. Many people are passionate, but they lack discipline. Passion must graduate into pursuit. What you feel deeply must be followed by what you are willing to commit to. Purpose does not unfold to the emotional. It unfolds to the consistent. If passion is the spark, discipline is the fuel. Without fuel, the fire dies. There will be moments when following your passion looks uncertain, vulnerable, or even risky. That is because purpose is always bigger than comfort. You were not created to live a life that is merely safe. You were created to live a life that is significant. Significance requires courage. And courage does not mean the absence of fear. Courage means moving forward, even when fear is present. Do not be afraid of starting small. Fire begins with a spark. Your passion does not need to be loud at first. It only needs to be acknowledged. Take one step, even if it is small. Read, learn, practice, volunteer, create, explore, try. Passion grows through engagement. The more you feed it, the clearer your purpose becomes. You are not here to simply exist. You are here to live awakened. The world does not need more people who are just working and surviving. The world needs people who are alive, people who are lit from within, people who carry conviction, fire, creativity, compassion, and vision. When you follow your passion, you become one of those people. You become a light in a world that has grown accustomed to darkness. And when you step into that light, purpose begins to unfold naturally, because passion has always been its messenger. You were not placed on this earth randomly. You were sent as a solution to a specific problem. Your existence is intentional, and your purpose is tied directly to the needs of the world. Every purpose is assigned to a problem. When God identifies a need in the earth, He responds by sending a person carrying the answer. That person is you. The challenge is that most people overlook the very problems they are called to solve because they view them as annoyances or frustrations, instead of recognizing them as indicators of purpose. What disturbs your spirit? What breaks your heart? What you cannot ignore? These are signals. Purpose is often revealed through the burdens you carry. The world's problems are signals, not obstacles. Your purpose is hidden inside your sensitivity. Some individuals feel deeply affected when they see injustice. Some feel burdened when they witness ignorance. Some feel moved when they encounter suffering, disorder, or wasted potential. These emotional reactions are not accidental. They are spiritual fingerprints guiding you toward your assignment. Your frustration can be a prophecy. What you cannot stand in the world is often what you were born to change in the world. There is a reason your spirit reacts to certain issues while others may feel indifferent. That difference is intentional. God does not give everyone the same burden, but He gives each person a specific one. It is your responsibility to recognize it. Picture a doctor called to heal. He is moved by sickness. Picture a teacher called to educate. Ignorance bothers them. Picture a leader called to guide. Confusion troubles them. In the same way, something in this world has your name on it. Something incomplete, something broken, something waiting for your contribution. But many people avoid their purpose because the problem looks too big. They assume they are too small, too unqualified, or too ordinary. Yet every great solution begins with one person willing to respond. When you understand that your purpose is bigger than your insecurities, your fears lose their power. You must realize that God never assigns purpose without providing ability. You are not expected to solve everything. You are simply expected to start. Purpose is not fulfilled in one moment. It is fulfilled through consistency, growth, and relentless commitment. Your purpose will often demand that you step into discomfort. That is because problems are rarely solved from a place of ease. You may have to confront challenges, criticism, or uncertainty. But the presence of difficulty does not mean you are off track. In fact, difficulty is often confirmation. The greater the assignment, the greater the resistance. Purpose requires courage, not convenience. If your purpose did not require strength, It would not require faith. Understand this: the world is waiting for your obedience. Someone's growth, someone's healing, someone's clarity, someone's breakthrough is tied to your yes. When you refuse to step into your purpose, the world is deprived of the solution you carry. There are books that will never be read if you do not write them. There are businesses that will never impact lives if you do not build them. There are voices that will never rise if you do not speak. Destiny is not just about you. It is about those connected to you. Do not spend your life running from the very thing you were born to solve. Instead, lean into it. Study it. Develop skills to address it. Surround yourself with others who are growing in their calling. Purpose is not loud at first, but it becomes undeniable with focus and action. Your life begins to take on shape, meaning, and direction once you understand that your purpose is the answer to a real problem in the world. You were not sent to simply observe life. You were sent to change it. You are the solution that someone has been praying for. Discipline is the bridge that connects potential to purpose. A gift may impress people, but discipline is what transforms that gift into something powerful and effective. Many people carry extraordinary talent, but talent without cultivation becomes wasted potential. Purpose is never fulfilled by wishful thinking or emotional excitement. Purpose requires structure, commitment, sacrifice, and deliberate growth. What you are capable of becoming is always greater than what you currently are, but the journey from where you are to where you are called to be is paved with discipline. Potential is not success. Potential is a promise. It is what you could be, but discipline determines what you will be. Your purpose demands preparation. You cannot expect doors of destiny to open if you have not prepared yourself to walk through them. A seed has the potential to become a tree, but only if it is placed in the right environment, watered consistently, and protected from what can destroy it. Your life is the same. Your gift needs cultivation. Your mind needs development. Your character needs strengthening. Nothing great is produced without intentional effort. Discipline is often uncomfortable because it forces you to let go of habits that do not align with your calling. You cannot walk into purpose while maintaining a lifestyle of distraction. Purpose requires focus, and focus requires decisions. You must be willing to say no to good things so you can say yes to the right things. Many people fail not because they lack ability, but because they lack consistency. They start with excitement, but quit when the excitement fades. Purpose does not respond to moods, it responds to commitment. There will be seasons where your development is unseen. Seasons where you are practicing, studying, building, trying, failing, and starting again without applause. These seasons are not punishment, they are preparation. You are being shaped, sharpened, and strengthened in private so that you can stand in public. If you skip preparation, you sabotage your own destiny. Destiny requires roots before it reveals fruit. The deeper the roots, the greater the stability. Discipline builds those roots. Do not envy the results of others if you have not embraced the discipline they endured. Every person who appears great today paid a price yesterday. Greatness is not accidental. Excellence is not inherited. Achievement is not magic. It is the result of daily habits, intentional routines, and unwavering consistency. Success is not found in what you do occasionally. It is found in what you do consistently. To fulfill your purpose, you must train your mind to endure discomfort. Discomfort is not a sign that something is wrong. Discomfort is proof that growth is happening. Muscles strengthen through resistance. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Purpose matures through discipline. The version of you needed for your destiny is not the version of you that currently exists. You are becoming. And becoming requires internal work. Surround yourself with environments and people who challenge you to grow. Purpose cannot thrive in complacency. Who you listen to, who you associate with, and how you spend your time all affect your development. Protect your focus. Guard your environment. Feed your mind with knowledge that aligns with your calling. Practice your gift even when no one sees your effort, because your consistency in private determines your influence in public. There will be moments when you feel tired or discouraged. Keep going. Discipline is not about how you feel, it is about what you have decided. Your purpose is bigger than your emotions. Your calling is greater than your temporary frustration. Stay committed to becoming the person your destiny requires. You are not just gifted, you are responsible for that gift. And when you choose discipline, you begin to unlock the future that has been waiting for your maturity. Purpose is not achieved by accident. It is achieved by intention. Fulfillment is not achieved through possessions, achievements, applause, or recognition. Fulfillment is the satisfaction that comes from knowing you are living the life you were created to live. Many people spend their entire lives chasing success, yet still feel empty when they achieve it. They climb ladders, only to realize the ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. Success without purpose is emptiness. It looks impressive on the outside, but it leaves you hungry on the inside. Fulfillment only comes when your daily actions align with your divine assignment. There is a difference between a life that looks full and a life that feels full. A person can have wealth, a career, influence, and admiration, yet still lie awake at night feeling unfulfilled. Why? Because the soul does not respond to material things. The soul responds to meaning. Your spirit does not measure your life by what you have. It measures your life by what you are becoming. A life of purpose brings peace. A life of purpose brings clarity. A life of purpose brings joy that is not dependent on circumstances. When you are living your purpose, you wake up with energy. You face challenges with resilience. You endure hard days with hope because you are anchored to something bigger than comfort. Purpose gives you a reason to continue when others quit. It becomes the internal engine that sustains you. Without purpose, life becomes repetitive, dull, and heavy. You begin to simply exist, not live. You move through days without direction, goals without meaning, and relationships without depth. Purpose gives every moment significance. Many people confuse busyness with purpose. They think motion equals progress. But busyness without purpose is just distraction in disguise. It is possible to be active but not productive, involved but not impactful. Purpose brings focus. It helps you say yes to what matters and no to what drains you. When you know what you are called to do, you stop wasting time trying to impress, prove, or compete. You become centered. You become grounded. You become intentional. Fulfillment comes when your life begins to serve others. Purpose is always connected to contribution, not consumption. You are fulfilled when your gift benefits others, when your presence uplifts, when your voice guides, when your work adds value to the world. Impact is the evidence of purpose. When your life becomes a blessing, your heart finds peace. Significance is not measured in how much you gain, but in how much you give. Yet, fulfillment also requires courage. It requires you to step beyond fear, beyond doubt, beyond comfort. Many know their purpose, but they are afraid to walk in it. They fear failure, judgment, or change. But the pain of ignoring your purpose is far greater than the fear of pursuing it. Living outside of your calling drains your spirit. You may function, but you will not flourish. You may survive, but you will not thrive. You may be alive, but you will not feel alive. Fulfillment comes when your outer life matches your inner calling. When what you do on the outside reflects who you are on the inside. This alignment is powerful. It produces confidence, direction, and inner peace. You stop looking for validation because your purpose confirms your identity. You stop competing because your purpose defines your lane. You stop chasing outcomes because purpose becomes your compass. Your fulfillment is directly tied to your obedience. The moment you begin to walk in what God designed you to do, your soul begins to rest. Not because everything becomes easy, but because everything becomes meaningful. You were not created to simply survive this life. You were created to contribute to it. You were created to shape it. You were created to leave something behind that lives beyond your years. Fulfillment is the reward of living a life of purpose. And purpose is the expression of who you truly are. My friend, you are not an accident. You are not random. You are not here to merely pay bills, struggle and die. You are here on an assignment. The world is waiting for your gift. And until you discover your purpose, life will remain a journey without a destination. So today, seek your Creator. Pay attention to your passion. Embrace your gift and walk boldly in your assignment.